Kandi announced last night on the Grammy red carpet that she's not going to be returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta after an unbelievable run. Unbelievable.
How many seasons was Kandi on that show?
It was 14, babe.
Holy crap.
Yes. Incredible run. And you think about how much she not only went through on the show, but brought to the show. When she came on, she was with AJ. He, between filming her first season and shooting the reunion, was killed.
Wow.
She lost him. Mama Joyce was disapproving of AJ in her first season. This was season 2 of Atlanta. It was It was Kandi's first season. She also, in those early seasons, did the music and wrote "Tardy for the Party," which has become, canon. I mean, it's just iconic to the moment. She fell in love with Todd. He was working for Truly Original.
That's right. Yeah.
When they were on their trip in Africa. She brought us Mama Joyce. She brought us Bolo. She brought us The Dungeon, Bedroom Kandi, Don Juan, the Old Lady Gang. I mean, it goes on and on. She was always very true to herself. She always, she wanted to be the best. She has been one of my favorite people to work with in my whole time. First as an exec at Bravo, and then as an EP of the Housewives, and just, hosting Watch What Happens Live. I love how competitive she is.
Yeah.
I love how thoughtful and smart she is. She is so strategic. She would call me anytime she had a thought about either the way the show was being marketed or not marketed, or about the way that it was being scheduled, or she had a lot of really smart opinions and thoughts, and she always wanted to know more. What's your strategy here? What are you thinking? It was always a great dialogue. And then sometimes at the end of the conversation, she would say, you know what? I'm glad I called. I totally get it now. Sometimes she would say, y'all are wrong. And a lot of times, by the way, she was right. So, there's that. She always brought her authentic self to whatever she was doing. And I'm excited also because she came into the show with her own, obviously, her own name and her career. I mean, she's got a huge thing.
Yeah, Kandi is a talented star. She's not, no offense to anyone else, she's not just a rich wife of someone.
No, she's
or a rich
Grammy-winning songwriter and performer.
Artist.
Yeah.
Yes. It's incredible
Yeah.
the cachet that she brought.
And one of the reasons I love having her on the radio when she comes through town or anything, I mean, she wrote Bills, 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 No Scrubs, on, and the list goes on and on. She worked with Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. She's in Mariah Carey's autobiography. I mean, she's got a long history as a songwriter and performer. And now, as a producer of Broadway shows, an actress.
Candy Coated Nights. Who could forget that?
Exactly. Anyway, I know that she's going to continue being a success in everything she does. We had a long talk the other day. She and I and Todd on the phone. I appreciate her saying, you know what? I think this is just time. And she knows the show is at a crossroads right now. And I don't even want to talk about where we're going with it. Maybe tomorrow I'll talk a little bit more about that, but I don't think this is about where we're going. I think it's just about celebrating her right now. And I've said this before, I think on the radio and anywhere else. She, during the summer of 2020, which was a reckoning for all of us on many levels, she wrote such a thoughtful letter to all of us at Bravo and Truly Original with some really valid and true thoughts about the way that we could be conducting business differently that might be just more inclusive, more positive, more meaningful. And it led to a great conversation between she and the network. And I believe the network then, took it seriously enough that they basically made them all action items and said, well, we need to do all of this now. And that's a partner. That's someone who's like, we are in this together. We have a long history. You guys, this is what I'm seeing that's going on. This is how it could be better. And so if I didn't respect her and love her before that, man, did I after that. I thought, wow, this is very cool. This is very impactful. She impacted not only the show, but she impacted the way that we do business behind the scenes. And that is powerful. So I just, I think both of us were kind of crying a little bit at the end of the call. The other
She's
day,
a crier, and so are you.
I know, I am too. I kind of worked myself up into a lather as we were talking, and but man, and I told her, look, and I know that Bravo will be in business with her for a long time. They've got other things in development. She is a talent that they're not going to want to let go. Might I mention that the movie that Todd directed, it did really well on Peacock. They wound up buying the movie. You can see that on Peacock. And so there you go. She is one of the greats. She is one of the greats. And I want everybody to know it. So thank you, Kandi, for your service. I did tell her, I was like, Kandi, you could drop back in a year or two.
Right. Right. Come back.
It's like, absolutely. So there you go. Absolutely. I didn't know when she was going to share her news, so I was surprised last night. I was like, oh my God, it's out. That's a
good place to do it, the Grammy red carpet.
Yeah, it is. She's worldwide. By the way, Todd Tucker's movie is called The Pass, and it's up on Peacock now. So more to come about the Real Housewives of Atlanta later, but I just wanted to say all I had to say. And I just put up a post on Instagram, and I didn't have time to say everything I wanted to say because I was like, I got to get ready for the radio show. So there you go.